We are getting our first look tonight at the new fair food at the Indiana State Fair. Wait until you see what Hoosiers are going to be able to eat this summer. Welcome inside the comfy confines of the Channel 13 studios on this Thursday night. Great to be with you. I'm Scott. We'll get with Angela in a moment. We've got a lot to talk about over the next 15 minutes. Let us know where you are watching Facebook Live. Give us your city, your name, and we'll go ahead and give you a shout out over the next few minutes. We are so glad to be with you. The weekend is upon us and we are getting excited, though we are looking at the forecast and wondering about next chance for rain. Angela will be talking about that. So we're going to talk about fair food tonight. We are 2 weeks away from the beginning of the Summer Olympics. Tonight I've got another story from my trip to Japan. I've got the Mount Fuji photographer that has captured spectacular photos. You're going to see that tonight. We're going to get caught up on our big story, this tragedy over in Terre Haute. We've got Alan Carter there bringing us an update on how the community is rallying behind the police department after an officer was shot and killed last night. We'll join Alan Carter in a moment, but let's bring back into the couch area tonight. Angela is back after a few days off. You got your daughter up to college to check things out?
All registered and oriented, whatever they call it up there. But yeah, she was super excited. So for about 6 weeks away, I can't believe it.
Yeah, I know. I can't. It's going to be awesome. Going to be empty nesters.
We'll be empty nesters. Every time somebody says that, I said, well, at least we still like each other.
That's
so
true.
We're okay.
That's true. I can tell you the whole empty nest thing works out pretty well.
Okay, good. That's good to know.
Yeah.
I'm a little apprehensive.
Oh,
as far as
I understand.
The last chicken leaving the nest.
We understand. We understand.
That's okay.
So we dealt with some rain tonight. Is there any more still heading our way tonight?
You know, we still have some rain on live Doppler 13 radar, but not nearly as widespread, or I guess we'll stick with not nearly as widespread. We still have some heavy rain, especially south and east of Indianapolis. So this is live Doppler 13 radar, and you can see the heavy pocket of rain right now moving out of Rushville, approaching Connorsville. So as it tracks off to the south and east, it'll move toward Brookville and maybe clip Greensburg. Greensburg was one of those areas under a flash flood warning earlier today because of several inches of rain that fell in a short amount of time. And really, that was the big threat with the storms today. The main line continues to work its way south and east, and kind of the secondary line that is formed that we are tracking that cell in Rushville is the cold front itself, and we can see the wind direction already changing. We've cooled off a bit in places like Kokomo and Lafayette, now down into the middle and upper 60s. I'm not going to call it cool by any means, but it is definitely going to be less humid tomorrow. So instead of sticky 80s, it'll be much more comfortable. We'll have a wind out of the northwest, 62 at 8 a.m., 70 at noon, and highs tomorrow somewhere between 75 and 80. And tomorrow will be your day for outdoor activities.
Good.
As we do have some more rain in the forecast. And speaking of rain, look at what they're dealing with along the East Coast. All of these areas highlighted in that kind of brown color from mid-North Carolina all the way to the Boston area. Those are tropical storm warnings, all thanks to once Hurricane Elsa. So they're really going to be dealing with some heavy rain over the next couple of days. For us, we'll be tracking additional complexes of storms as we head into the weekend. So not the best weekend locally for outdoor plans, but don't cancel anything either. We'll be able to fine tune when I think we get some dry hours, and I think we do have a better chance for some dry hours Saturday compared to Sunday. Okay. But it's something that we'll keep you updated on.
All right, very good. Got lots of people joining us tonight on Facebook. Elisa is joining us from Bloomington. Zach, Carol is with us here from Indianapolis. Paul is with us. Mike from Indianapolis. Michelle from Alabama tonight. Nice. We've got Dee Dee from Chicago. Dan from Terre Haute. Anthony from Indianapolis, Derek joining us tonight, Anastasia from New York. We've got Elisa from Bloomington, Margaret from Rushville, Betty from Houston, Teresa from Atlanta, and Jan from Florida tonight. Nice. So we got a nice representation across the country. That's right. We're going to get back with Angela in a moment, but we want to turn our attention to our big story tonight on 13 News at 11. Of course, we continue to cover the developments happening over in Terre Haute. You remember last night that Terre Haute police detective was killed outside of a federal building. Today they went ahead and charged the man suspected of opening fire, shooting and killing this detective. And the charges will be laid out, all part of our coverage on 13 News at 11. We're going to talk about that on the news tonight, but tonight on Facebook, I really want to talk about the community effort that is supporting the Terre Haute Police Department and specifically this fallen officer. So let's bring in Alan Carter joining us live from Terre Haute. You've been there all day. What kind of outpouring of support are you seeing there, Alan?
Well, Scott, I can tell you, Terre Haute there's about 60,000 people or so that live in Terre Haute. It's a medium-sized city, but tonight it feels a lot smaller. Like it feels like everyone, you turn to people and it seems like a lot of people had a story about Detective Greg Ferency. I talked to a lot of people that went to school with him, neighbors, people that knew him just through his work in law enforcement. Of course, he's a guy who served the community for close to 30 years here in Terre Haute as a police officer and then as helping with the federal government with the FBI as well. So did a lot of facets within the community here. So tonight there were close to about 24 people that did show up to the police department. They did a walk in his honor, about a mile, just to figure out some sort of way to say thank you. It's hard to figure out what the appropriate way to say thank you for a person who literally gave their life protecting and serving a community. But people that came out today, they said they just wanted to do something. His squad car was also set up on the side of the police department. So we also saw a number of people who came out today. They left notes, they left flowers, stuffed animals, things like that at his squad car. It's just really a gathering site for people to mourn what's been an incredible loss here in Terre Haute.
Yeah, it certainly has, Alan. We know you're still writing and editing, and you'll have our coverage, all part of our big story tonight at 11. We'll see you tonight. Thank you, my friend, for joining us here on Facebook.
You bet.
All right, there's Alan Carter. He'll be part of our coverage tonight as we remember this fallen officer, this hero who lost his life. We learned today that he has, the fallen officer has 2 grown children. So we know he was a dad and a father to these 2, and our hearts continue to go out to his family tonight. All right, we do want to talk about the Summer Olympics because 2 weeks from tomorrow is the opening ceremony. We are very excited. We're going to be showing that, of course, over on 13 News 2 weeks from tomorrow. We're very excited about that. So tonight, I want to go ahead and play one of the stories that we captured from our pre-pandemic trip. A man who spends a lot of time at the most iconic place in Japan. Watch this.
雲海が見れて、しかもその雲海が晴れると朝日に輝く富士山。それ以来写真を撮ることは私にとっては富士山を撮ることというふうになって今まで8年間。こんにちは、私はたかしと言います。1年になりますが富士山専門に撮っている写真家です。
Takashi has photographed Mount Fuji through every season and from every possible angle.
結果的に富士山の写真はおよそですけども年間2万枚ぐらいは撮ってると思います。
His best picture landed on the cover of National Geographic Traveler.
そこは富士山があって桜があって五重塔があってとても日本的な景色です。その美しい一番日本的な風景、しかも富士山がある風景でナショナルジオグラフィックスに応募しました。それが認められて表紙に採用していただいたのはものすごい幸せです。
Getting that perfect picture of Mount Fuji requires a steep climb, 398 steps in all. But today, Mount Fuji is obscured by the clouds. Still, Takashi and others continue to take pictures.
私は富士山の美しさを世界に知っていただきたいということで、世界での写真サイトに写真を公表してきました。
There are other places in this area to see Japan's most famous mountain. Boat rides are popular. Or you can take a photo from the edge of a nearby lake. Most of us, though, will get a photo that looks something like this. But Takashi tries different styles. He comes back with stunning images.
どこから見ても富士山が見えると。 かなりの広さのところから富士山が見ることができます。そういう美しい富士山、荒ぶる富士山に対して信仰の心がずっと古くからあったと思います。
There are so many places across Japan serving as stunning backdrops for photographers. But for Takashi, there is only one place that brings him back time and time again. Majestic Mount Fuji. Have you taken the perfect picture of Mount Fuji?
撮れたと思った時がありますけれども、さらにそのもっと完璧なのを撮りたいと常に思ってます。
Stunning photographs from a man who spends every weekend driving 2 hours from Tokyo out to Mount Fuji. 20,000 pictures every year.
Wow.
He's just got a fascination with this place.
You just answered my question. I wondered how many pictures he actually takes a year.
Yeah, puts a lot of miles on the car, and he'll spend nights, overnight, getting those overnight shots.
Sure.
So we've got a lot of neat stories coming up as we continue our march toward the Summer Olympics, which begin 2 weeks from tomorrow. Next week, I've got a story on the manholes that you see, very colorful manholes all across the Olympic host country. They are so passionate about the manholes in Japan, they actually have trading cards for them.
Wow.
So we got a story on the manholes of Japan, one of the curiosities about the Olympic host country.
Well, that was one of my favorite
Thanks.
stories so far. I love the one of the reflection in that still water.
Isn't that something?
I love the sunflowers. I love the one with the fog. I love the fact that he captures the lenticular clouds.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
Just amazing.
I know.
Amazing.
It is great. You know what's going to be amazing this summer? State Fair opening up and the State Fair food. All right, I know you probably love State Fair food just like I do. And
Yes.
some of the, what's your favorite thing?
The
that you eat there?
the ribeye sandwich is probably my
Yeah.
favorite. You can't go wrong with the milkshake from the Dairy Bar.
Right, right,
Can't go wrong with a lemon shake-up.
right, right.
Oh, corn on the cob. I mean, I could go on and on.
Yeah, there's lots of good stuff. Now, there's 23 new items, and I want to go ahead and put on the screen 5 that caught our eye today. So top left, that is the Fruity Pebbles funnel cake. Powdered sugar, special icing, and Fruity Pebbles.
That sounds very sweet.
Okay, so top center, that one, Philly cheesesteak fries. Crispy hot fries topped with our signature Mr. Beefy's seasoned Philly cheesesteak, onions, peppers, and mild cheddar cheese.
Yes, I could do that one.
Okay, so top right, that one is the Waffle Witch. That's right. So you mentioned that you like the Dairy Bar.
Yes.
So this is going to be the signature grilled cheese. So that is a buttermilk waffle. So 2 buttermilk waffles grilled to perfection with ooey gooey cheddar and American cheese inside. And then the Waffle Witch is then served with a sweet red pepper relish on the side. All right, bottom left, this one's pretty good. Quarter pounder cheeseburger. I forget what they call this, like maybe the Outback burger or something like that. Anyway, quarter pounder cheeseburger, pepper jack, peanut butter, and jalapeno jelly on a tasty bun.
That sounds good too.
And then the final one there, that is the beef parfait, chopped smoked beef brisket over mashed potatoes, complemented with barbecue sauce, available only at the Indiana Beef Cattle Association's North Side tent near Pioneer Village. So Angela, you've seen all 5 of those. You got to pick one.
I'm picking one. I'm going with the Philly cheesesteak fries.
Ooh, well done.
Yes.
I think I'm going to go with the Fruity Pebbles.
Okay.
Kind of a nod to my childhood.
So sweet. I can imagine it's so very sweet. Because not only Fruity Pebbles, but you said there's icing or some sort to make it stick on top.
That's all good, huh?
That's very sweet.
All right, so Facebook friends, based on what you've seen there, what do you like? Go ahead and put your comments in. Let's see. Glenn likes the Fruity Pebble ice cream.
Okay.
So there you go. Adrian saying beautiful pictures based on the Mount Fuji story. Sharon saying absolutely gorgeous. I'm assuming based on the story tonight.
Yeah.
And so anyway, that is what our Facebook friends are saying tonight. So if folks are just joining us that want to know about the Friday forecast, what are you telling them?
Friday forecast looks good. We've got a little bit of rain left in Rush County in the far eastern part of the state. That moves out overnight. A refreshing breeze tomorrow, so not nearly as muggy. 62 8 a.m., 70 noon, and then 75 to 80 for highs. I'd take advantage of the dry time tomorrow because not that the weekend's going to be a washout, but I think both days will be similar to today, where we have to dodge these pockets of very heavy rain and maybe a couple of thunderstorms. So if you've got outdoor plans, outdoor events, have an indoor backup plan, and then just plan on having the Live Doppler 13 weather app with you so you can track the storms with us this weekend.
Darnell wants the fries. Melissa wants the waffle cheese sandwich.
Okay.
Shirley wants the Philly cheese fries.
Those just sound really good.
Pretty good. Christina also likes the Philly cheesesteak fries. Jimmy likes the hamburger. And Renita says, now I'm hungry.
Now I'm hungry. I know. We always do this to you, and it's right before bed, and it's never good to eat that much before bed.
We're going to talk about the State Fair food, and of course we've got Angela's 7-day forecast and our big story. We'll continue our coverage from Terre Haute when we see you tonight over on 13 News at 11. Thanks for joining us tonight on Facebook.